AFL superstar.
Countries we it's around about 32.
Eagle supporter.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No, that's it.
Hi, Michaelkeil here. Today I'm with property analyst and commentator Gavin Hegney, and we're going to talk about the Perth property market. Gavin, thanks for your time, and what's going on in your opinion right now in the property market?
You know, it's really interesting with the market at the moment because we're always seeing cycles in the market, and we've come off a low point in the cycle of the Perth property market as distinct and different to the rest of Australia, which is coming off a peak or a boom, if you like. So today, we're seeing the sort of the outlying areas, the new subdivisions, the new house and land package type market, probably at a real bottom. Yeah. Maybe even get 6 to 12 months before it actually, sits before it rises off the bottom. In the middle of that, we've got the rental market, which is showing signs of recovery now, and you're seeing sort of vacancy rates drop, rents holding, maybe even increasing. And I don't know, you probably see that in your rental vacancy rate today.
At the moment, we've got no rentals available, and we'd normally have 2 or 3 available at any given time.
Yeah, so that's probably there's first-hand experience, and probably 12 to 18 months, past the bottom is the top end, which has been using cheap interest rates. People buying into areas they never thought they could afford to buy into. So that's probably already up 10 or 15%. Yeah. So what tends to happen is we get this growth in the inner area and it moves out, ripple effect to the outlying areas. So you can see it's been in the inner area and it's moving its way out. And it's out, if you look at where it is now, it's out sort of Sorrento Hillaries and sort of in that sort of line out of Perth. So it's sort of coming to all areas of the market over the next year.
Yep, so Gavin, do you think the market has bottomed?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. I think, you're probably seeing sales confidence and sales activity now that you wouldn't have seen perhaps 12, 18 months ago. Yep. And that's usually a lead indicator. So when you see those for sale signs with under offer and sold stickers on and, things are selling, activity picks up first before price. We've already seen activity pick up.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing consistency in our sales over the last 4 or 5 months, and turnover has improved. Yeah. Prices have remained fairly flat.
Yeah. It's interesting, sometimes I say these things and people say, oh, the real estate agent told me that, but I wasn't quite sure. There you go. It's exactly what's a classic case of reading the pulse of the market right there, what you're seeing.
Now, mate, there's a lot of noise in the market, interest rates, Labor with its policies for negative gearing. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's always the challenge, Michael, is always knowing what's noise from what's fact.
Yep.
Now, we can speculate all we want, but we are speculating until we know what we're dealing with.
Yes.
Negative gearing, if that was to come out, and it's a possibility, it's not a probability, that would have impact on the market, but over time. So I wouldn't be jumping shadows around negative gearing at the moment at all.
Yeah, okay.
There'll be winners and losers out of that too.
Yeah, understand. And so going forward, it's fair to say that Gavin Hegney is bullish on the Perth property market?
Yeah, well, I'm far more comfortable sitting in the market today than I would have been 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even this time last year.
Yeah, and we can expect some growth going forward from here?
Yeah, and the wild card to watch out for is there'll be confident money coming out of those Sydney and Melbourne markets, and it'll come into Perth looking for the next Sydney and Melbourne. And with the big housing markets of Australia coming off, we'll see stimulation, economic stimulation, go into the Australian economy at a time when probably the Perth property market doesn't really need it.
Yeah.
Lead indicators though, job vacancies up.
Yeah.
That'll transpose into more people moving to the state because we chase work or weather or weddings. And then after that, we'll see unemployment rate come down further.
Yeah.
So that's all coming over the next 12 months.
Okay, and population growth, is that picking up?
That'll start to show up because the job vacancies are there.
Yeah.
And people will jump into those job vacancies. And if they're outside the state, they'll come in and fill them.
Fantastic. Well, there you have it. Gavin Hegney, great property mind. Very rarely does he get it wrong. Gavin, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hope you've enjoyed this, and bye for now.